I guess I'm live. It keeps asking me to go live, but that's okay. So let's immediately begin. Welcome to our weekly broadcast, and I'm going to grab the Instagram people. Something doesn't look right on Instagram, and I just want to nope, it doesn't seem to want to allow me to go live on Instagram. So first, this is Joseph Lucier, a weekly Tongren session. We do a distance healing technique called Tongren Distance healing. And it is a process where I can send energy to people watching us today on our live streaming. So let's get this tab down and we will start to take our requests. We do it in a 3-part process. There seems to be a slight delay with the actual broadcast itself. Could be the heat. There's a lot of heat today. And we will go to our weekly Tongren group for requests. And here we go. Our first request is from Gartor. And let's do our 3-part process just as we teach it. We have upcoming Tongren training. So Gartor is asking for please tap for type 2 diabetes. But let's do our 3-part process for everyone. I don't know why there's no live option for Instagram. People seem to be compelled with companies. Not sure why there's no Instagram option. So a 3-part process. So now it's asking me for stories, all these different things. We want to go live. On Instagram, and I don't know why it's not allowing that. There's always an option. A 3-part process. Blood flow to the brain command points, brain stem command points. But your job, sit with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up, and breathe through the nose, ideally, and just relax. So type 2 diabetes, if you eat plant-based, that will dramatically improve your type 2 diabetes. There are specific foods which reduce insulin resistance as well. And the magic formula for type 2 diabetes is 10 to 20% protein, 10 to 20% fat, 80% carbs. That's how you reduce it, because it will reduce insulin resistance. For sleep apnea, sleep tape at night will solve that problem for you. Athlete's feet, soak your feet in clay foot soaks and add some coconut oil, and that will take care of your athlete's feet. But right now we're going to do type 2 diabetes, T1 to T8. and especially T8 for the pancreas. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1, but T1 to T8 for athlete's feet, which is an infection. And let's try Instagram one more time. There's usually a choice. New post. For Instagram, usually there's a choice to go live, and there is no choice. I do not see it. For some reason, it's stuck. Post, story, or reel. We don't want recents. Next. Okay, discard. Instagram seems to have changed their format. Stupidly. And it's not allowing me to go live on Instagram. Why is that? What's new? Oh, what's new? There you go. I have a million choices. So, no Instagram this week. Fine. Okay, no Instagram this week. Instagram go live is not an option. Okay. So our next choice, please, for everyone that's watching, also on our social media pages and Catherine McGlynn. Okay, so let's check our social media pages. Instagram is going to require a college degree and a master's in common sense, which doesn't seem to be available for the people that wrote Instagram. Okay, so need some help for calf cramps at night. Have you tried the magnesium oil on the calves and the magnesium oil on the lower back? Plus macular degeneration, those herbs from Ethos Vision, plus possible gum infection, definitely keep swishing. Manuka or sesame oil, or there are specific Ayurvedic coconut swishing techniques which also have sesame oil, which is another option. Okay, let's continue. And our next request, AV is fine there, which is perfect. Thank you for checking in. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. Instagram seems to have changed their formats. Blood flow to the brain. It used to say go live, but now it says real. So, happy mama, dear Joe, please send chi for perfect blood, lymph, and a strong immune system. Blessings and gratitude. And for Laura, calm and worry-free mind. Blood flow to the brain. So let's start right away. GP13, right side. Something is not right. Is it a reel now? New reel. Settings. Okay. So perfect blood T1, bones and bone marrow. The bones produce blood. Strong immune system, T1 to T8. And lymph, T3 for the lymph, T7 for the lymph as well. GB13 for Laura, calm and worry-free mind. GB13, C1, 2, and 3. G1 to T8. Hormone balancing, GB20, 24. And abundance, always in Tong, third eye, connecting to our true selves. Understanding that abundance is always available. It's a choice. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And maybe there's a choice on the menus instead. Go live. No results. How is that possible? How can that be? Okay, so let's continue. Let's go to our Facebook friends, Facebook and YouTube. But let's do some more for cramps at night, macular degeneration, cramps, T1 to T8, topical magnesium for the cramps at bedtime, magnesium chloride, I think it is, macular degeneration, C3, 4, and 5. C3, 4, 5, and 6 to include also the gum infection. I would definitely do coconut swishing. T1 to T8, anti-infection. Yeah, she says I swished with coconut oil, but not much change. The Manuka produced a very noticeable difference. There you go for it. Manuka honey, I think you're talking about, right? And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Let's get all straightened out. And there we go. We're all tidy and neat. Okay. And we see for Joanna, tap for your dad, enlarged prostate. So I would recommend from the company Crystal Star Prostacare, which is what I used. Hi, this is Facebook. Your story. I don't want my story more. Save. Nope. Cancel. Cancel. All right. How come there's no live button on Instagram anymore? Okay. So for enlarged prostate, BPH, they call it. L3, T1 to T8 inflammation. Manuka honey. Lumbar 3 for the prostate. Crystal Star Prostate Care is one option. That one works. Again, reduced inflammation since it's a hormone. You can reset your hormones by watching the sunrise, sun-gazing sunlight in the morning. That will also help. And you can do grounding to reduce inflammation and pain. What is this plus button for? Create a reel. Is that what it is? I just want to go live. Is it no longer an option? Ladies and gentlemen out there, whoever knows about Instagram, is it no longer an option to go live on Instagram? Or is it now a paid feature? So that's probably what it is. So let's continue on. Hello tonight, Radiant Pioneer. Prostate cancer, so same thing. We're going to work on the prostate cancer, prostate swelling. Swelling is inflammation, could be early signs of potential prostate cancer. Doesn't mean anything. It's normal that the prostate does expand a little bit. Command points of the brain and brain stem. T1 for the bones, L3 for the prostate, T1 for the anemia. Also check your iron and copper levels. And HTN, if you could remind me what the HTN stands for. Cervical disc disease. So let's work on the brachial plexus. Chiropractic would be good to open up that right shoulder. So when you say cervical disc disease, what does that mean in more detail, if you could help? Emily C., Ovarina, California. Sheila L., breast cancer, T4, T4, T4. T1 to T8, inflammation from chemo. Dermatitis, T4. Henniitis, T1 to T8. So if anybody has any updates on how to get now to live stream on Instagram, that would be great. It doesn't seem to be an option anymore. Amherst area who almost lost his nose about 10 years ago. I don't know the almost lost their nose person from Amherst. It saved his nose. Manuka honey. How cool is that? How did he apply it? That would be interesting. And let's continue. So if anybody has any tips on how to go live on Instagram now, that would be great. So nice newcomer, 96-year-old mom, ankle wound, debrided TMW, not sure what that means, and a caduceus graft. Also for my sister Leslie, who continues to be her primary caretaker. I get that. Blood flow to the brain, GB13 right side. So for any ankle wound, I would do a comfrey poultice overnight, or clay poultice overnight. But the lumbosacral plexus for the source to the target of the ankle. In Tong for Leslie, GB13 right side for Leslie, complete tune-up for Leslie, the caregiver. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay, so for Radiant Power, Pioneer, diabetes type 2. So that is caused in many ways by diet. So you need to work plant-based, high fiber, high hydration, low fat intake because it's insulin resistance, high fat. So with type 2 diabetes, you got to go plant-based to really solve the problem. The neuropathy, feet-toe neuropathy, if you let it continue on, you will lose your feet. You may lose your toes. And that's because of a lack of circulation and inflammation. Type 2 diabetes is insulin resistance. The resistance is high fat in the diet. So that needs to be addressed. Part 2, for weight, arthritis of the knees because of all the inflammation, will work on inflammation and the pancreas for insulin resistance. And Rachel, worldly traveler, the question is, so many vitamins important to elders, which to take? The most important thing for elders is electrolytes and enzymes. Electrolyte balance is difficult to maintain for elders, and it can even create symptoms of dementia. Foods for vitamins are better: sea vegetables, leafy greens, sprouts, fruit. So if the diet isn't good, it takes up a lot of energy and causes fatigue. So for fatigue, look for foods high iron foods. Make sure your iron and copper levels are optimized. And for diabetes toe neuropathy, lumbosacral plexus for sure, T1 to T8 for weight, and T1 to T8 for arthritis of the knees. Sorry about that. Lumbosacral plexus to the feet, and the ouch point, feet and toe neuropathy. So alpha lipoic acid, vitamin B12 would be the two first things I would recommend for your neuropathy. So there's some really good vitamins. I would work with your mom for, Rachel, for a superfood supplement like Vitamineral Green. That has all the vitamins in a food base. So Vitamineral Green, that's what I would recommend. There is a lag between video and voice. That is because we are publishing to a parallel universe, and they do have a challenge today. I think it's in sync now. Okay, so let's continue on. See if there are any answers to recent questions. Okay. Instagram seems frozen. For some reason, for Instagram, there is no option to go live. I don't know what that's about. Frozen, if you mean I exist, I think it made an image, but it didn't create a live stream. So I don't know why there's no live stream from Instagram. They like to change things. To go live on Instagram, we'll try it one more time, otherwise we will let it go. Swipe right to access the camera, scroll to live. Nope, that ain't working. Something has changed. I don't know why they did it. Okay, so I'm going to go home. I'm at home. Swipe to the right. There's no right. Used to be hit this button, swipe to the right. There's some dumb picture there. This is pretty. Go here, swipe to the right. There is no right. Make choices through the drop-down menu. Swipe to the right. Account center, learn more, sharing, password. Okay, Instagram is not working this week. So let's make sure we focus on the important people that are here. Blood flow to the brain. So sensational character. Great name. And Hashimoto's tune-up. So make sure you're not having fluoride or white bread, because that negatively impacts your thyroid and parathyroid. Hashimoto's tune-up is pituitary, hypothalamus, C6, C7, and left knee, so three-part process. T7, blood flow to the lower body. Lumbosacral plexus for the nerves. And then the actual ouch point of the knee itself, sensational character. Stomach 36 for the knee support. Bladder 54 for the knee support as well. Okay. So I don't know the first name of the tapper from Amherst. I don't remember anybody losing their nose, Pinocchio kind of thing going on. So let's see. Saved his nose with Manuka. I don't care what it is, but if it worked, that's great. So yes, Joanna, enlarged prostate. I would also do castor oil packs on the prostate lower back area as well. Castor oil packs overnight. At least castor oil, maybe a little bit DMSO added into it as well. And let's continue on. HTM is hypertension. Okay, thank you. So high blood pressure can be helped with earthing and grounding, by the way, as well. Or increased vasodilation through beet juice, through breath work, or the Wim Hof breath work can also help for vasodilation. But from a Tongren perspective, GV17, cervical arthritis with nerve impingement, C1 to C7. And again, GV17 for high blood pressure. Something tells me to work on the kidneys as well. L2. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. But any itis, T1 to T8 for Radiant Pioneer. So next time, let me know which nerve it is, but I would definitely go to a chiropractor for an adjustment for the cervical area as well. And Chris, endometrial, peritoneal, lung, and liver cancer started in the endometrium peritoneal area. So let's work on blood flow, nerve flow to the entire spine. L1 to L3, S1 to S5, primarily L1 to L3. And let me double check something. Definitely L1 to L5 for those areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Small airway disease, I would recommend conscious breathing and resistance breathing to increase lung capacity. Small airway disease, so T3 for the lungs, and most important CV17. Low blood pressure, GV17, T5. Fatigue, T1 to T8, inflammation. Check your copper, your iron, ceruloplasmin, and let's work on the wrist pain as well. Somosacral plexus, T1 to T8. Which wrist is it? I'll work on both. Left wrist, right wrist. If you work on a computer, welcome to the world of wrist pain. Ascites, improper protein folding. Okay. All right, so it is Instagram camera. I'm still trying to get the Instagram going. It says select chats, tools. Why? Yep. People waiting for us on Instagram and we want to get them involved. Instagram. Okay. Instagram away, everything off Instagram. Sweep to the right. Nope. There is no right. Okay. So let's continue on. It's not working. Maybe my camera is broken. Okay, so let's continue on. Please tap to improve. Tap for your mom, Ferris. Okay. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. And brain stem command points for glaucoma GV17. Optic nerve GV22. GB789 for the optic nerve issues. Facial artery, carotid artery for the eyes. Is she better, worse, or the same? Ferris. And let's work directly on the eyes. Again, facial artery to the eyes. T1 to T8 for anti-inflammation. And Rachel 644, please tap for lung health and energy, possibly. Time to take a break, regroup. It's been a big week, if I understand correctly. Blood flow to the brain. So, popular pal, tap to improve prostate health, lower PSA. Right shoulder pain, so shoulder release point. Castor oil for the whole shoulder area with heat. Warm castor oil on that area overnight would be my recommendation. Right shoulder, SI 14, 15, 16, ouch point for the right shoulder. But lower the PSA, L3. C3 for the ears. Vestibulocochlear nerve for the ears, for hearing. The other thing for the shoulder pain, if it stiffs and hurts, also alternate with magnesium chloride oil and keep working it bigger circles. Bigger circles. That's how you do it. Bigger circles. Electric acupuncture is also another good option. T1, T8, anti-inflammation. And again, L3 for the prostate PSA. And the ouch point for the right shoulder for Popular Pal. Lung 1, lung 2 for the front of the shoulder. SI 14, 15, 16 for the back of the shoulder. And that will help. So I see Relaxed Human and Sunny Gem. Are you there, Sunny Gem? Blood flow to the brain. Tracy for rickets, migraine, sore muscles, immune boost. Sore muscles for sure. I would have beet juice or beet juice with watermelon. But let's work specifically on rickets and migraine. Gallbladder 20 is the magic point for migraines, right on the back of the head. Sore muscles, T1 to T8. Immune boost, T1 to T8 also. T1 for the bones for the rickets. GB39, special point for the bones for the rickets as well. Silica, liquid silica, precursor to collagen, to rebuild all tissue and bones. Email me for a link. And Sunny Gem, I know you're doing a lot for detox, but let's work on detox from mold, smoke, chemicals causing sinus and lung infections. Blood flow to the brain. Detox, T1, 2, 3, and 4. T1, 2, 3, and 4, lung infections, T3. T9, liver, right side. Severe cognitive dysfunction. 3 blood supplies for the brain. Carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. Consider nootropics, Nootropics. Methylene blue, if you're not pregnant. It is a cell membrane repair, oxygenation, cellular metabolism improver. GB13, right side, left side for cognitive dysfunction. And you're welcome so much. Let's do grounding, liver 3, and kidney 1. Sunny Gem. You're taking the methylene blue daily. Very good. Is it helping? Are you improving? So for Rachel, lung health and fatigue, and for a Nobel Prize winning award, blood flow to the brain, GB13, right side. Initialize the endocrine system. Command point to the brain stem for Rachel. T3 for the lungs. T3 for the lungs. T6 for the diaphragm, the lung capacity. Lung 1, lung 2, Chinese medicine lung points. T1 to T8 for anti-inflammation, energy. GB20, 22, the initialization of the endocrine system. Grounding for energy. For example, right now I am barefoot with my feet on a grounding mat so that I am connected to electrons. My feet are like glowing in the dark. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And did you cover sinus? Sinus and lung infections. We will do that. C3 for the sinus. C3, C4, the ouch point of the sinuses. And lung, sinus and lung infections, T1 to T8. What is a grounding mat? Oh my goodness, have we talked about earthing and grounding? Everybody should touch the earth barefoot every day. If you're not doing it, have a mat which is connected to the ground of your plug, which means it connects to the ground of the earth, which means you are receiving electrons from the planet. I have electron shoes, bands which are connecting to the earth when I work and when I walk. Earthing and grounding. I would check out the intuition physician, Dr. Conniver, Konniver. She is the grounding expert. And let's wrap this up for people on. So, Dorothy, you're not too late. Macular degeneration. So check out ethosvision.com, or it might be ethosvision.net. They have very specific herbal remedies for very specific eye conditions. That's their thing. Ouch point for the eyes. Macular degeneration, wet both eyes. And C3, C4 for macular degeneration. So the arteries of the eyes are the smallest, most delicate arteries of the entire body. So I would recommend an herbal remedy, hawthorn berry or vein health from globalhealing.com. T1 to T8. And welcome, Dorothy. And grounding to liver 3. And kidney 1. How's everybody doing? And let's make one more round. Make sure we didn't miss anyone. Yes, a grounding mat is critically important for everyone on this call. Every day you should ground. Every day you should watch the sunrise. Every day you should get sun throughout the day, different times. It resets your endocrine system, resets your bioelectrical system. It increases body charge by increasing something called easy water, or the fourth phase of water, which is our entire body of water, which will increase charge and voltage for the entire body. So let's, yes, and I covered sinuses and StreamYard. Let's go back. Yes, Catherine and Dorothy, let's hear how you're doing on the shots. ethosvision.com, I would at least, or .net, I'm not sure, at least reach out to the company, ask for Mark. So do a little bit of Qigong, sit with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up. Okay. And clearing, so basically what we're doing with this, we are replacing all the tough energy that we've been moving around with beautiful energy for everyone watching me now. Welcome, everyone. Please join us every week. Such strong chi. I'm glad you felt it. Our goal with our sessions is to give a boost. And you're asking which vitamins to stress, as there are too many. But let's answer that question. But anyway, the goal of our sessions are to build traction and momentum. So a question is what vitamins to take. The most critical ones are electrolytes, such as sodium, magnesium, potassium, and calcium, because they manage cellular plumbing. We have a sodium potassium pump. We have electrolytes for cellular charge. So the electrolytes will be critical. For inflammation, we can take enzymes with meals and in between meals to help process our food so we get better nutrients. Number 3 would be probiotics, because that increases the availability of nutrients in our bodies, but it also reduces inflammation. 70 to 80% of our gut is in 70%, 80% of our immune system is in our gut, and 70 to 80% of disease is caused by inflammation. So that's why we want to focus on that area as well. In addition to that, leafy greens, sea vegetables, green smoothies, lots of fiber, lots of hydration, lots of sun, and lots of grounding. Thank you very much. And the last thing Catherine says, I feel so high right now. So it may not appear as much, but in our sessions, I add some certain things. I have biophoton generators surrounding this space to increase the biophoton fields. Number 2, I am not insulated, I am grounded, so that all of the work that we're doing is from the earth, through the fields, through our consciousness to you. So that's how we work. That's how we roll. Thank you very much. So which grounding mat to get? Coniver, Konniver. I can explain that to you. I have a grounding sheet on my bed, and I have a grounding mat under my feet, and I have grounding shoes. So when I'm walking or working, I'm always connected to the earth. Thanks very much, and have a great day.